Howdy guys, welcome back. For this video, we're going to start doing a walkthrough of a game called The Hanged Man. And this game is available on the App Store. I think it's $2. This is going to be the first time I'm recording on my computer. So let me know how the audio sounds, but I think I got it dialed in pretty good. And this game, it's kind of similar to the games I do on this channel, the same horror/puzzle genre. Kind of like the Tabumsoft games, but this game's a little more polished. It's I don't know if I could say it's a better game. That's kind of subjective, but it's definitely more polished. Everything kind of works and flows really smooth, at least compared to the Tabumsoft games I'm used to. So for these videos I'm going to post on this game, it's all going to be a walkthrough. It's not blind. I'm going to know what to do. Usually what I do is I practice a little bit or learn what to do. Maybe like an hour or so of playing. Then I go back and record. And I only say that because I'm going to be talking about this game, but I don't have hindsight of knowing how this game ends. I only know like the first hour or so of playing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now this game does have voice actors, and they're pretty good too. I mean, they're not great, but they're pretty good. So anytime any of the characters are talking, I'm going to not talk so you can hear them. So I'm probably going to be talking a lot less, especially in this video because there's going to be a lot of dialogue. This video is going to be comprised of mostly just like prologue and a lot of people talking. So not too much as far as puzzles are concerned. In fact, what I think I'll do is check the video description, and if you want to skip to the puzzles, just go to the link because I would say like the first 15 or even 20 minutes of this video is pretty much just going to be people talking. But here we are, and take a look at this game. It's the graphics are similar to Tabumsoft, but it's definitely smoother, and I'll get more into that when I'm talking about the game when we're actually doing the puzzles. But everything runs really good, and all the puzzles are pretty logical. I mean, everything makes sense. Like, you know, in Tabumsoft games, like some of the answers to the puzzles are like, throw a bucket of blood on this and that. It's like, nobody would ever do that in real life, but all these puzzles are very logical. For example, you have to find a key, or you have to find a map, and it's something you would do in real life to try to solve puzzles. The thing I like about this game too is literally everything has some sort of dialogue that you talk to. It's just a nice touch. So when you're looking for stuff to do, everything you talk to, it says what it is, because I mean, sometimes you can't really make out what this stuff is, but it's just a nice touch. So the first thing you want to do is just walk. And I have no idea what's going on in this first scene. I'm going to let it play and not talk, but it's just weird. And I don't know if it's referencing something in the previous 3 games. But yeah, what you want to do is just talk to these fishing poles right here.
Thinking of buying one? You've got a good eye. Those are old school, but still pretty popular. You go fishing often? Hey, what do you think you're doing? Manager, I need some help here.
What's your name, kid?
What's your name, kid? Yeah, like what is the significance of him coming into a store and trashing a fishing pole? It doesn't make any sense. And even like, why is it a fishing store? I don't know. If there is some sort of correlation between that scene right there and a previous game, let me know. But it just seems kind of out of place because it never comes up again.
I said, what's your name? Urgh, what kind of brat just starts stomping on merchandise? Enough, kid. Give me your name and address. If you're gonna stay quiet, I'll let the cops deal with you.
Is this your guardian's number?
Not too far from here. Alright, let's ring him up.
Well,
So you're David, right? You're this kid's guardian?
cousin, I'm sorry about what he did to the merchandise.
At least someone is. And the attitude on this guy. He won't even apologize. Won't even give his name.
I'm sorry. I'll reimburse you, so please, just...
Well, fine. But you better let his parents know about this.
Does your mom know you're over here? Do you have somewhere to stay? Come to my place. You're hungry, I bet. I'll make you something. My wife's away from home for a while, so you're fine to stay here today. No appetite? Are you off to bed already? You can sleep in my room tonight. It's at the end of the hall upstairs.
Okay, so this guy David, it's the main character's cousin. I'm like 95% sure he was in the other 3 games, or at least one of the other games. I'll definitely have to go back and play those games. Yeah. I know they're good. I never really had access to them until now, so I definitely will go back and play those.
Tomorrow, let's have a little talk.
Okay, back to the character. So right here's the front door, right? And it's like he's free to leave. It's not locked. It's not like his cousin's keeping him here against his will. All these doors, it says you can't go in without permission, so let's just go upstairs. And yeah, and it's like, if the character is like such a rebel to go into a shop, start trashing merchandise, why does he care if he can't go in there without permission? It's just like, you can't have it both ways. So let's go in here, and it's going to introduce the new character. This is actually the main character's best friend right here.
Warm at last. I just about froze to death in your pocket there, Will.
And yeah, this is Pop, his pet rat, who's I guess like a good guy too. He's going to be kind of guiding Will through this adventure coming up, at least for part of it.
You hear that? Let's have a talk. Oh, you know he's gonna be mad. Well, ain't that how it goes? You do bad, people get mad. It's the way of the world.
And then all you really have to do in this room is just talk to the bed. And
What's up, Will? Let's hit the hay.
yeah, he's going to sneak out.
Hey,
Of course.
Don't tell me. Are you thinking maybe I should just beat it? Well, that's what you want. I won't stop you. I'm an understanding rat, you know. You know that, right?
All right, before we get much further too, let me just talk about the items we have. We have a letter, a card, a note, and a pencil case. And then one nice thing about this game is they give good item descriptions, especially when you get a key, which we'll be getting in this video. But if you get a key or something, it'll tell you what the key goes to right down here where it says a letter. It'll say like key to the library, which is very, very useful because you don't want to just walk around checking every locked door once you find a key. It just kind of saves time. It's really nice. So this letter right here, it says, "You're a demon child. Someday you'll be burning in hell for your sins." And even the like the description of this game says that. So I don't know what that means yet. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm sure we'll find out later in the game. Then we have a card right here, just a card of the Hangman, which is like a tarot card. Then we have a note. It's just like an address and a phone number. And then last is we're going to have a pencil case, which I have no idea what this does. I don't know. It's just a pencil case. It doesn't do anything. So once we're on the roof, just walk over to this tree right here, jump onto the tree, and yeah, it's going to get down. But at that point, it's like, why didn't he just go through the front door? I mean, that'd make the most sense. I don't know.
It's freezing. Let's find a place to stay, quick, like a motel or something.
Pop to the rat. I don't know if anybody else can hear him. I don't know if it's like one of those things where he only talks around the main character Will, or if it's like, you know, only he can hear him and it's just in his head, like he's kind of hallucinating it. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm sure it's going to talk more about it because he's definitely a main character. All right, how do I know I have to go to the bottom right. It's a little bit confusing here. I know it's like a path you kind of can't see. I think it's right here. Yeah, just go this way. And I think it's just down to the... Nope, not that way. You could check all these doors too. They just say something like, it's a house. I don't know why I'm showing this off, but again, everything has dialogue, which I think is really, really cool. It's just a nice touch.
Way to go, Will. We got a motel. Let's move.
All right, perfect. Motel. We're going to be staying here tonight. I don't know why, but let's go ahead and get a room. Talk to this guy.
Kids these days sure are cheeky. Running from home to use a motel.
Yes. Best accent ever. I love this guy. That's amazing.
What is it? I'm busy watching these Detective Crawford reruns. Get out of here, kid. Alright, just go. Room 103.
Okay, got key, room 103. So now that we have the key, this is kind of a weird little cutscene too, but it kind of serves some significance coming up here in just a second. So just go to items, and how the items work too is you don't really have a slot for them. You just got to go to your inventory, press enter or the space bar, and then press enter again, and that's going to use the item. But you can't see that it's selected. You just got to press enter twice, kind of.
Who's there? The room's in use. You on your own? Where are your parents? A runaway?
And it's like, why are you... That's, is that really like a... I mean, I guess when you put the heartbeat in there, it's going to make it scary, but I don't know. It's like,
Yeah,
why are you getting
what?
scared with that?
I'm not giving you any room service, kid. Oh, whoops. That's a spare. Right, 103 is already occupied. Here, try 105. Okay, now move it.
All right, so correct
What's
room
that
105.
guy's
It's going to be
problem?
at the very
Just
end.
a big-headed jerk. Never end up like him, Will.
And again, it's just, this is all like the prologue. It all kind of ties together. Trust me, the game gets a lot harder. We start getting puzzles that are actually pretty difficult. So we're almost to the meat of the game, like the real puzzles. We just got like one more little cutscene, and then we'll get started with the real stuff. But again, I just wanted to show this off because some people like the storyline. And in case you want to just watch these for the storyline and not necessarily a walkthrough, I do want to show the whole game. So select the room, room key 105. And then all you have to do in here is just talk to the TV and then go through a little bit more dialogue. This is that same show, Detective Crawford. I don't think this dialogue here is very important. I think it's just the show talking, so I'm going to kind of go through this fast. Yada, yada, yada.
Hey, it's Detective Crawford. That was the show your dad liked, huh? They sure run some old shows, don't they? this show's pretty good. You want to watch? Feeling down, huh? Hey, tomorrow, you ought to go to David's and apologize. You didn't come all this way just to do this, did ya? And I'll apologize with you too, alright? $10 already? Overslept a little, huh? Boy, I'm starving. Before we go to David's, let's grab breakfast somewhere.
Okay, that's the last thing we have to do is get breakfast. And then we'll get to the main puzzles. But honestly, this game,
Ooh, there's a
it says
cafe. Breakfast awaits.
it says it's a horror game, but so far there's not really any jump scares like other games. And as far as I know, I mean, at least up until where I've played, you can't even die. But the character does have a HP bar, so you might be able to die somewhere in the future. Like if you open up your inventory, you see HP 100 for both Will and Pop. But again, no jump scares, and nothing's really damaging you or chasing you for that matter.
Sorry, I haven't cleaned up the counter yet. Could you go sit at a table?
What'll it be? The morning plate sounds good to me. You thinking the same? All right, let's hear it.
Have you decided what to order? Sorry, I can't tell when you just point. Do you want the A plate or the B plate?
Okay, which restaurant calls their plates A plate and B plate? That's like the most generic names possible. I'm just teasing. I know they probably just did that to save time, but
Oh? Have I seen you somewhere before?
same with this girl too. I don't know if she's probably from the previous games too. I know for sure his cousin is, at least in one game. But I don't know about this girl. I'm going to go back. I'll definitely go back and play. So if I like this game enough, I'll probably end up recording for those games as well.
Ah, wait! Why'd he run away?
What's up, Sophie? Do you know him? Ooh, wait. Is he your boyfriend? I didn't know you liked them young.
Don't make fun of me. He's not anybody. Just, I feel like I might have met him somewhere. Ah!
Well, that sure caught me by surprise. What was with that girl? No chance she actually knows you. Nah, well, forget what a girl like her thinks. Not worth worrying over, am I right? We gotta get to David's place. What's the matter? Will? You scared? You don't want to go back to town? Oof! It's cold out here, Will. If you're not going back to town, find someplace to rest, or else I'm gonna freeze to death.
Okay. So we're definitely not going back to Will's. Excuse me, David's. And now we got to find some shelter, or else we're going to freeze to death. So, looks like we got to play Frogger to cross the freeway. I'm just kidding. You can't actually cross. What you want to do is just walk over here. You'll see this little entrance. Read the sign, and it says restricted area. So, of course we're going to come in here. And once you get in here, it's just like a little forest area. There's only one way to go, so just follow the path. It kind of loops around, but you're not going to get lost. Just cross this little bridge. And then once you get to the end here, just jump down. There's this little ledge right here. Okay.
Now what's this place? Why is there this huge building here in the woods? It's cold. Will, get in so we can get out of this snow.
If you talk to these gates right here, it says it's locked. So just walk over to the left. There's going to be a hole in the wall. How convenient. And let's just walk through here. And then same thing with these doors right here. It's going to be locked. So just walk over to the right and you're going to see these vents. And yeah, just climb down here. All right. So as far as I know, the majority of all the puzzles are going to be in these buildings. They all kind of look like this, where they're dark and they're kind of gray and washed out. Kind of similar to like the Asylum, Tabumsoft. All these rooms look pretty similar, which I'm not really a fan of. I kind of like a little bit of variety. But, I mean, they still draw it up pretty nice. Everything looks good. And the good thing about this game, too, it's not too dark where, you know how some games, you have like this tiny little light radius and everything around it is dark. Even though it's dark, you can still see really well. You can see the whole room. You're not struggling to find out what's chasing you or what's right around the corner in the darkness. So not too bad. It's no complaints on that. Also, you get a flashlight, which you turn on and off with the shift key. It's pretty nice, actually. I mean, you could still see pretty well without it, but it does help to have it on, which I pretty much am just going to have it on the whole time, just to see a little bit better. There is some instances where you have to turn it off, and I'm sure there's going to be more instances like that in the future. But for now, let's just go ahead and keep this thing on. All right. Finally made it in. How long did that take? 20 minutes or so? This first item, okay, let me just talk about this really quick. So if you go back in this room, I should have talked about it while I was in there, but you see these cans laying on the ground and they just look like garbage. So when I went into this room right over here, I thought that these cans were just garbage that you couldn't talk to, but you actually do have to grab one of the spray paint cans. And the good thing about this game is it's not going to let you progress unless you grab this can even before you have to use it, which I'll explain more, but it's good they do this because some games you're going to miss an item in the beginning of the game, not know you missed it, and then pretty much be done with the game and you're going to have to find this item and have no idea where it is. And then you're stuck backtracking through the whole game looking for one item, checking literally everything. So get that. You're going to need it. I don't think you're going to need it in this video. I might show it at the very end, but you're not going to need it for a while. And then if you take a look right here, there's some guy sitting in one of these chairs. If you talk to him with the lights off, it says somebody's sitting here, but it's too dark to see. So let's talk to him with the flashlight on.
Yuck, those clothes. Must be a hobo. And it looks like he's sleeping. Hope he
Hey, that's
doesn't
not very
freeze.
nice. Yuck, those clothes. Must be a hobo. Oh, man. Poor guy. So, I don't know. I think this part right here is mandatory, too. If not, I mean, it's worth showing off anyways, but I think you do have to do this. So just come in here. It's a little cutscene.
This looks sort of like a confession booth, but this ain't no church, is it? So what in the world? Confessing, Will? Sorry, I think the priest is out, but alright, I can fill in. Come, confess your sins, O little lost lamb. Well, maybe big lost lamb? Man, I don't get that at all. There's nothing to confess for. It's just the way things went, right?
I think this line right here that Pop just said, I think this ties into the whole note I showed a little bit ago where he's the demon child and he's bound to go to hell or something like that. So I'm sure they're going to talk more about this coming up here in the next couple videos.
Alright, enough messing around. We gotta think about what to do next.
Oh, shit. How scared would you be? I mean, it's actually just the hobo. Homeless guy. Whatever.
Was that hobo? Wonder if he heard that. I don't know about this place, but I do know it's creepy. I'm not feeling warmed at all. Let's find someplace else, Will.
All right, there's gonna be 1, 2, I think like 4 or so items to grab coming up here. You definitely want to grab this item in here. It's gonna be the key. And here's what I was talking about, the keys in the description. Take a look when you scroll over an item like a key, it says gate number 1. So there's going to be a million locked doors coming up. And it's nice they put that because you're not going to have to check all these doors. You're just going to know it opens a gate. And it's pretty obvious which gate it is when you see it.
Won't open? Guess it's locked up tight with that chain. Scratch that then. But a building this big has got to have other exits. Let's look around, Will.
Okay, so it won't open. Let's go upstairs. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me just talk about this right here. I don't think I can grab this one, but it just kind of shows a map. So there's going to be 4 buildings coming up. But there is a map we can grab. Let me go. I think it's just right upstairs. No, that one's locked too. So we're definitely going to have to come back here at some point, I'm guessing. But not in this video. Okay, this is the map I want. And I mean, I love when games give you maps like this. It's so much easier than trying to guess what's what. And it's just nice to reference. So we're going to hold on to this definitely. Take the map, yes. Okay, then 2 more items to grab. 2 books coming up here. This first one, storybook here, a note is attached which reads, collected from room 1508, return to library. So remember that, but if you forget what it says, just go back to it and it's going to say in the description. This one right here, collected from room 1508. And then the next one is just going to be this book right here. The name Andy Thorne is written on the cover. I hate when games have these horror games. It's like, what's going to be behind the curtain? Something's going to jump out, but I mean, this game's pretty good. There's no jump scares. So I'm not complaining, but I mean, I kind of, I don't know. I kind of like when they do that, or at least some chase scenes, as long as they don't overdo it. But yeah, nothing's really jumped out at me yet. I don't know. And I think this is just the restroom. Yeah. Of course, it wouldn't be one of these games unless it had a restroom. But nothing in here. Oh, wait a second. What is... Is there anything in this closet? I don't think I've even checked this closet. Oh, no, it's just the toilet. Never mind. Okay. So moving on. The next thing to do... Yeah, this is the gate. So it's obviously a gate. But let's not go... Wait. Yeah, let's go in there. This one's locked, so let's go ahead and use the item. It's going to be that key. Okay. I think this one's locked too. Yes. All right. Yeah, this place is going to get... This place is huge. I mean, we're just scratching the surface. There's going to be a lot of rooms in this. And they all kind of look the same, like I said. I mean, it's just that gray, washed out look of every room and every door. So just pay attention to the map and know where you're at and know which floor you're on, or else it's going to start getting very confusing. And right in here we have the kitchen, so let's come in here. And yeah, there's a rat right there. Wooden boxes, but I don't think that serves any sort of significance. Okay, right here. Obviously there's an item back here, but we can't get it yet that I know of. I mean, I've tried the items I have, but nothing really can reach that key, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it says you can't reach it. Something's inside, but it won't open. So what you want to do right here is just try to walk out.
Hey, somebody Somebody's coming.
And then Pop says somebody's coming, so it gives you, I think, 10 seconds to hide somewhere. So let's just hide back here, turn our flashlight off. But I don't think it matters because you always get caught. I've tried hiding in different places to see if like maybe it's an alternate route. But you always get caught. It's like, it doesn't matter. So I think you could just stand right in front of the door and keep your flashlight on. I haven't tried it, but I don't think it matters.
Don't move. What are you doing here? Hey? Weren't you that runaway kid at the motel yesterday?
This is the same guy. What a coincidence. But he's the one that was in room 103. When our hearts started beating, we ran away from him when he was talking to us. It's the same guy.
What are you doing in a place like this? What's your name? Why aren't you in school? Well, at any rate, this is a restricted area. Come on, you're leaving. Sheesh, I'm not in the community safety division here. Hey, if you're running from home, stick to motels, because this is an especially bad place to stay the night. This place is what they call haunted. Oh, guess you didn't know? 15 years ago, 5 people died here, and in a real unusual way at that. Sometimes dumb kids come here on a dare, but they come back telling the strangest stories, that they saw shadows or heard sobbing. You want to know how those 5 got killed? I hear they were hung, and their guts were cut open. All 5 of them. They were hung by the leg, upside down. The blood pouring from their stomachs dyed them red. Just like that. Or so the story goes. Well, scared, right? Glad you understand. Now. A rat.
Pop! Pop, wait! Don't go! Pop! Pop!
Huh. So you can speak.
What did you have to do that for? Pop got scared off because you threatened him.
That was your pet?
He's not my pet. He's my friend.
Huh?
I mean... Anyway, you better take responsibility and help me find Pop.
Me? Look for that rat? You must be joking.
But he ran away because you threatened him, okay?
I'll say I'm sorry for being threatening, but I had no reason to expect you had a rat in your pocket, did I? And if you don't want your pet running, use a leash. What if he jumped out and bit somebody?
Pop would never bite people.
Sure, like you know best. Maybe you kept that rat in your pocket because you thought he wouldn't run. But he did, didn't he? That settles that. Sorry, but I've got no time to look for any rats. If you want to look, you'll have to do it yourself. And once you find them, get right out of here. Stupid brat. What's your name?
It's none of your business.
Get going quick. I don't think the snow's stopping anytime soon.
Damn it. Pop. I need to find Pop quick. Then I'll get out of this place. I'll be fine on my own. Right, Pop?
New objective. Find our friend Pop. So, as far as I know, we're actually going to be separated from him for quite a while. Oh, we're at this part. Yeah, I mean, look at this right here. Look how ridiculous this is. All these rooms. And they all look the exact same. They all look like this. I mean, it's it's not very. I don't know. They could have did something else. I think. I just don't like checking all these rooms that look the same. And then we got some more curtains here. Nothing behind these, but what you actually want to do for this part. Oh, I forgot to mention too. If you remember, I said if you didn't have the spray paint, it wouldn't let you progress. So if you never picked up that spray paint, you would have never had that scene where you had to hide from what's his name, the detective. So it's just kind of like a check in the game to make sure you don't get too far without grabbing something, which is nice. So with all these rooms looking the same, what you actually have to do, well, first let's go up these stairs and keep going, keep going, keep going. Oops. Yeah, look at this. He says, I feel like I keep ending up in the same place. So it is actually the same place. There's no way to leave this now. You're stuck here. You can go up or down. But what you want to do is open up your inventory. Well, first talk to this dark spot, which is like one of those, oh man, this is one of those things. It's like after checking all these rooms, of course I checked all the rooms first. And this is the last thing I checked, but you got to talk to this dark spot. It says there's signs of somebody having been erased. Maybe this used to say the floor number. Come to think of it, what floor am I on? No idea. Damn it. Where'd that jerk go? So what you want to do is take the spray paint and just use it right here. So this is one of those logical things. Like if this is your situation where it looks like you're going up and it's the same floor over and over again, like this is exactly what you would do too, is spray paint the wall to see if it is actually the same floor. But after you do that, you can go up and see it's different now. The spray paint's gone. And I think you can go up as far as you want to. See, now something else different's happening. I kind of hear something, but I think I've been recording for a while now, so I'm going to cut it right here. I know these are all like the easy puzzles in the introduction, but I'm going to try to post these probably daily or every other day. I want to get this game done quick. It's a really fun game. Check it out for yourself. It's only $2, I think, or $2 and some change. But if you're a fan of this series or a fan of this genre, definitely try to pick up this game if you can. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.